Hey guys, just want to do a quick update video for you guys concerning the unicorn contest that I announced just a few days ago. I've been getting naturally a lot of questions about that, so I just wanted to answer some of the questions that I've been getting a lot of, and hopefully this will help you guys. For those of you who are maybe interested in entering and maybe do have some questions, hopefully your question will be answered in this video. So far, just in the last couple days, I've already got like around 100 entry emails already, so I know there's quite a lot of you guys who are interested in joining the contest. That's great, but here, let's get into some of these questions. The first thing is that I laid out all the rules and everything in that last video, but I somehow forgot to say my email address, so in case anyone missed that, the email address where you need to send your entry is ZakuAureliusOfficial@gmail.com. You guys pointed out to me right away, so I added that in the info section, and it seems to be that everyone kind of found that. I added it right at the top of the info section for that announcement video. Again, if you haven't seen the full announcement video, check that out first. That has all the information about the contest there. So sorry I forgot to say my email address, that was pretty stupid. But another thing was, people were asking if it has to be a unicorn kit or like a unicorn series kit. So like people wanted to use other kits from the unicorn series, like the Gesto or something like that. But no, it's only like unicorn Gundam, like unicorn, the Banshee Norn, or the Phoenix. You can use other different versions of that kit, like clear versions or something like that. But one thing that a couple people have asked me about is using the SD Knight Unicorn Gundam, and that one will not be allowed. So no like variation like that, but anything like just any scale or grade of just those Unicorn Gundams is okay. Nothing else from the Unicorn series. Also, there is no deadline for your entry email. There is a deadline, of course, for when you have to have your kit completed. But as far as whenever you whenever you send your entry email, there's no timeline for that. You can send that entry email whenever. So maybe you don't have a unicorn kit currently, you need to order one, and that's fine. Just whenever you get your kit, and you can take your photo of that and just send your entry email at that time. It doesn't matter at all. You can send your entry email like 1 week before the deadline. As long as you get your final entry in before the deadline, then you're all good. Also, a few people asked me if you can use other non-Bandai stuff like Kotobukiya parts or kit bashing with like different Kotobukiya kits. And yes, that is okay, but what I don't want to allow is the bootleg kits. So if you have like, for example, the Dragon Momoko Perfect Grade Unicorn, that will not be allowed. So I know that's kind of questionable if that's a full bootleg or not, but so basically Dragon Momoko, like a TT Hongli or whatever, Daban, those brands are not allowed for this, but other thing like Wave parts, Kotobukiya parts, all that stuff's fine. The other thing where people were asking if they use that, like for example, if you're kit bashing parts of a Kotobukiya kit with your unicorn kit, do you need to have both of those kits photographed in your entry photo? And no, you don't. For your entry photo, I just need a photograph of just your main unicorn kit. Whatever else you use with that doesn't need to be in the entry photo, so hopefully that answers that. And then basically the bulk of the questions have been people asking about exactly which category they should enter in. And like some of the things were like, if can you do weathering if you're in just the beginner category, and that's okay. What I really want you guys to remember is, if you're thinking about entering, just remember what I said about what the focus is for each category. So if you remember what I said for the beginner category, the main focus is going to be more so on like your posing and your photography of the kit, just having a nice photograph of the kit, like take your kit outside, do it in some like pose out in nature or something, or have just some nice photograph of the kit. Because your kit is not going to be fully painted or anything like that. The kits that will be fully painted will be in the advanced category, and the advanced category focus is going to be on the actual painting of the kit. And then, like I said, the custom category, the emphasis is going to be on the creative and execution of your creative ideas. So again, just keep that in mind. Like if you're wanting to enter the beginner category, you can do some painting on that, but I just don't want you to do full painting. If you're going to fully paint the kit, then you should just enter in the advanced category, because that's what the focus is going to be. But if you want to enter the beginner category and you want to just say paint just only the psycho frame in a different color or something like that, that's fine. You just enter that in the beginner category. It's really important for you guys to remember that the titles of the category, beginner category, advanced category, that has nothing to do with your skill and experience as a modeler. Some people were saying like, oh, I've built like 3 master grade model kits before, which category should I enter? That is not related at all. It's just the name of the category. it's only related to what you want to do with your kit for entering this contest. So if you have your unicorn kit and you want to fully paint it up, but you don't want to do any like crazy customizing or anything, then that would be for the advanced category. If you're not going to be fully painting the kit and you're just going to be doing some panel lining, maybe some top coating, and that's all, then the beginner category, so that's it. So it's only related to what your actual plans are for your build. Now in the first video when I went over all the rules and prizes and all of that, and I told you guys what the focus of each category was going to be, I didn't give you guys the actual percent that I laid out for it, but that all the information was in the actual description for that video where I put all the information there. But I figure I might as well just go through that with you guys on video so it's very clear. So I'm just gonna break this down for you of how me and the Gunpla Talk guys are going to be judging the entries. So for the beginner category, your build skill will be 30% of your kind of score for the kit. So that's talking about like, are your nub marks like nice and sanded and flat? We don't want to see any nub marks, just kind of basic construction. And then there's the detail, decals, lining, and that is also going to be 30%. So that is going to be, so whatever else you're doing to the kit, so it's not just straight out of the box, whatever you do, some like just little bits of painting or panel lining, any decals you put on there, top coat, anything extra that you're doing to the kit is only going to count for 30% of your total score. And then 40% is going to be based on just your posing and photographing of the kit. So there's basically only just 3 parts for the beginner category, and whatever extra you do to the kit is only 30%, so just remember that. And another thing here before we move on to the advanced category, this is something that kind of especially pertains to people who are wanting to enter the beginner category. I told you guys that it was okay to send your entry email of a kit that you already have snapped up, because I know that maybe some people, you already have the kit snapped, but you haven't gone in to actually start doing your extra work and whatever, painting, whatever you're going to do to the kit on it. So it's okay to enter that, because I wanted you guys to enter a new kit for this contest. So I said in your entry email, you need to have that photo of the kit, either just totally brand new, still in the box, all the parts, still the runners, or you can have it snapped up already, that's okay. But the important thing is that I want you guys to work on something new for this contest. So if you already have a kit, your unicorn kit, and it's all snapped up and you already did the panel lining and put stickers on it, and then you want to enter it in the beginner category, well, for the beginner category, it's kind of already done. So that's not really going to be allowed, because what I want you guys to do is actually be doing some work on it. So like, for example, if you have your kit and it's snapped up and you did do some panel lining on it, maybe you put a couple decals on it, but you want to enter in the advanced category, so you're planning on just like taking off the decals and just fully painting the kit, so you are still going to do a substantial amount of work on the kit. That's okay. The point is that I want you guys to be working on something new, not entering something that's already done or already mostly done. Okay, so the advanced category is broken down like this. Your build skill is accounting for 20%, so again, that's going to be just all the construction, any seam lines. Unicorn kits tend to not really have any seam lines really, so that's not really going to be too big of an issue, I'm sure. And then detail work is also going to be 20%. That's again panel lining, decals. Don't want to see any like silvering in your decals, things like that. Like your panel lining is all cleaned up nicely. Any other extra little details that you're painting, anything like that is all really nice. Then your paint is going to be 40%. So again, the painting, that's the main focus of this one. We'll be looking at your painting, whether your painting is nice and smooth, whether your colors, if you use different colors, whether the colors go together, things like that. And then the photography is accounting for 20%. So your pose and your photographing of the kit, it's properly lit, and you know, you have some good background. You don't have it just like sat in front of a big mess of something that's not very visually appealing. So just keep that in mind. So that will not be for a lot of it, it's only for 20% of the points, but it is something you do still need to keep in mind for the advanced category as well. And then finally, the custom category is broken down like this. Your build skill, like we talked about before, is still once again 20%. In this case, the detail is only for 15%, so a little bit less on this one. Paint also 15%, photography just 10%, but creativity will be 40%. So all the other stuff we talked about for the other categories we will still be looking at that basically as like your technical skills, whether you're like checking all the boxes for having all the technical skills there, everything, the sub marks are sanded, your panel lining is nice, your decals are nice, your painting is nice. But then what we're really going to be focusing on is the creativity. Again, just you had an interesting idea and you were able to execute that nicely without it just looking like a big mess. So hopefully that breakdown of all the categories helps you guys in determining which category you want to enter. Also, if you enter in like the advanced category and then later on you end up actually doing a lot more work on the kit than you intended, and later you want to change into the custom category or whatever, you can change whatever category you initially enter in. Just let me know in your, again, in your same email chain for your entry. Just reply back and say, hey, I actually want to change into this different category, and I'll say, okay, because I am keeping track. I have all your entries organized, and I'm keeping track of which category each of you guys are in. So just, again, if you guys still have any other questions, just leave those down below. I hope that's answered pretty much everything. I hope you guys are excited about the contest. Again, if you haven't watched the original video going over the rules, hopefully you've already stopped this video and gone back to check that out. But again, I'll put the link for that at the end of this video. You can see that in like the featured video there. And have a good one, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.